What is up, my Squirtleites? It is I, your king. Welcome you back to more Let's Play Furi. In the last episode, we defeated the Song. And in this episode, well, really, what's next? I'm kind of curious. What in the world?
Oh, it's you. Well, I took care of this one. It was really tough. I'm no fighter like you, but I got my way. After the last jailers, I felt you deserved a little more from me. Call it my contribution to our escape. We're in this together. Now more than ever.
Huh. I mean, I guess I'll believe that. I don't know if I completely do, but whatever. I guess it's just more an excuse for more exposition.
All the jail worlds were built from here by a genius architect. A perfectly designed masterpiece of a prison. This impossible, impassable prison. I tried so many times to find some way out of here, but there wasn't one, except for you.
Kind of makes you wonder what we would have fought in this room.
If only I could have found a way out. Without killing them. Without freeing you. But I couldn't outsmart my greatest work. Slowly, that ancient animal part of my brain took over. The urge that made me fast when she was in danger. That kept me awake when she was sick. The architect gave up, and the father came up with a plan.
And so, a little bit of
I know what
backstory
you're
about our
thinking.
character is
There's
revealed.
a thin line between love and madness. Time will tell. You go ahead. I'll be with you in a moment.
Okay, sir. So you designed the prisons, didn't you?
I like her. She's a lot like me. She's clever, and she has a plan. On a scale of 1 to 10, she's an 11, and she'd give herself a 12.
Initiating scan. Opponent armed. Graphene composite saber. Automatic laser handgun. Range 200 meters. Capacity maximum. Heart rate 8 BPM. Maximum speed 73 kilometers per hour. No structural damage. Analyzing DNA. Error. DNA unknown.
Remember, for her it's all a game, but losing is not an option.
10 meters. 5 meters. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Now you're mine. Go get him, boys. This is not a drill.
And so we get our fight against the Burst, which is I have to say, my favorite fight in the entire game. This is regarded widely by the community as the hardest signature boss fight in the entire game, and for good reason. Very long boss fight, for one. I would say this is the longest fight. Probably no question, actually. And she's a sniper that also has utilities at her disposal, and she also has the biggest arena. There's a lot to this fight. You're going to want to dodge at the right time and whatnot, but don't dodge too early. Wait for her to get rid of that and then attack her. So now you'll be able to get on to the next phase. So, oh man, where do I even start with the burst? Well, first things first, I would like to point out a couple things we got that were in that cutscene that were very interesting. One, we did learn about the rabbit-faced man, that he is the architect of this prison. But then he also has a daughter that we might learn about at some point. I don't know. It looks like he actually trapped himself in his own prison, however, somehow. And that's the reason he knows about all the jailers, is because he is probably the one who at least designed their arenas or appointed them. But they appear to have something against him as well, if they're the ones keeping him here. Now, we also had that whole part where the robot was scanning our character. They said, what did he say? Heartbeat 8 per minute, maximum speed 72 kilometer miles. Yes, because those are in the same exact system. 72 kilometers per hour. Like, that's ridiculous. First of all, super fast, and then also 8 heartbeats per minute. What? So clearly our character's not human, and also it's a DNA unknown, but I don't know, maybe we'll find out more. That said, the burst is not, oh my gosh, she's not a pushover at all. She is very difficult. So these first couple phases rely on basically finding her, or at least using her to draw her out while she hunts you down. She's going to kind of stay in stealth mode, and you don't want to go straight towards her. If that sniper hits you, you lose your entire health bar. Like, instantly. Lose a life if you get hit with that. So don't get hit with that. That said, you basically want to take your time, because if you go straight for her, she's actually going to run away. And then you'll have to go seek her out again. So you need to make sure she gets a shot off as you're getting close to her. So one of these pylons has to be up, so that when she shoots, she'll be stunned long enough for you to get in there and get a hit on her. Otherwise, she's just going to take off. She's ridiculous. She is very challenging. She is very quick. She's basically a great combination of everything we've fought so far. Lots of bullet hell elements, very mobile, big open spaces, and she's just a total dick. Like, I would say this is the epitomizing boss fight. It kind of feels like the final boss fight. But it's not. It's not the final boss. There are a couple more after this. It really is kind of the one that everything you've learned up to this point comes down to this fight. And I would agree with that. However, it still doesn't take anything to near an extreme, I would say, yet. It gets close, but not to impossible levels. You just kind of have to be on your A game the entire time throughout this fight. And I would also say this fight has the best music, like, of them all. Now, watch out for her little robots. They are a pain in the butt. The red ones shoot homing projectiles, which are the worst, as you can see right there. I could not dodge that. The normal purple ones fire a stream of projectiles at you, which also have the health ones. As you can see, there's the green projectiles. But in these segments, I would very highly recommend going out in the open, and also don't get hit. Oh my goodness, getting out in the open, because it's actually worth doing. And by the way, you want to chase her here. If you leave her alone, he's going to start this phase all over. So yeah, you want to chase her down to the middle here. And here we're going to get a little bit of a roulette for dodging your sniper. You have to basically just kind of go in a circle. She's going to home in a lot faster on you, so you need to be quick. Because if she hits you, oh, I can't believe I dodged that. How? That is so difficult to dodge. The timing has to be perfect to dodge that. I'm just glad I didn't get hit, because I would have had to start the phase all over and I'd have lost a life. My goodness. Ay, ay, ay. I love this fight, though. It tests your mettle in so many ways, and the song is so good. And she's kind of intriguing. I like her. I like her design. Like, she's arrogant, too. She's actually a lot more arrogant than the song is. But I don't get the overwhelming sense of you're a bitch like I do with the song. I get more of the sense of she's a hardened, trained assassin that knows she's good, that's confident in her abilities.
You certainly live up up to your reputation.
And I think in that regard, that's what makes her such a great boss. If I were to make like a favorite boss fights list, this fight would go on there for sure. Now, yeah, I would say this is my favorite fight in the game. That said, is it the most memorable or the most iconic in the game? I guess that's all about perspective. It's definitely not the most unique. I would say the Lion had a more unique fight. I would say the song had a more unique fight. She's very, very different. The Hands is pretty unique. This one is just kind of the Scales boss fight, kind of ramped up to the extreme, and also with other mini enemies kind of floating around, which I guess kind of the Scale had as well, because he could duplicate himself. I mean, that is for the most part what this is. It's basically the Scale and the Strap combined into one fight, and then ramped up to 11 because everything about her is an 11. Remember that. I actually love that line where he says, on a scale of 1 to 10, she's an 11, but she'd give herself a 12. It's perfectly exemplifies this fight. And for it, it's just so cool. It really is. Be wary here. You can't, it's hard to see her, but there is still the flashing light. So be wary of that. We've almost got her down. Oh, there we go. Perfect. And then I'll take her into a CQC segment, which we haven't really gotten much of these. Oh, she caught me off guard on that one. I was not fast enough. I love her, though. She's so cool. Her design is so interesting, too. Like, she makes me think of spiders. Spider, sniper. Is this Widowmaker? It kind of is. I don't know. I guess when you kind of think about it in a way, all of the boss fights are sort of similar to Overwatch characters. I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. My goodness. The song is Mercy. This is Widowmaker. The hand is Reinhardt. Okay, we're done. Anyway, my goodness. Jeez. She's so fast. And this fight's only half over, too. Like, it's a doozy. It really is. There we go. Oh, look at that perfect timing, though, on the frickin' parries. You want to have that parrying down because of the next fight. And we'll get into that. Now, I'll admit, actually, believe it or not, as hard as this fight is, in my first playthrough, I never got a game over on her. In fact, I only lost a couple lives. Like 2 the whole time. Now, granted, it was kind of because I was on my A game. I had been kind of marathoning the game through to that point. Like, I mean, and I guess when I say marathoning, it was kind of like I had beaten the first 3 bosses one day, and then I came back to it and went 4, 5, 6, and then straight to her. And I had already had a lot of practice from all of them and had gotten a rhythm of the game. And so knowing what the game had to offer, and then jumping right into this fight, I was kind of prepared for everything. And that made it a lot easier for me, I'd say. And then, again, I found out that a lot of people think this is the hardest fight in the game. And when you think about it, it's understandably so, because it is punishing. Those sniper shots, those snipes that she lands on you, they can catch you off guard. And if they catch you off guard, it's the most devastating thing in this game. It really is. So you do have to be wary and careful in this fight. You have to constantly be on your toes. So I will admit, I can totally see why people regard this fight as so difficult. But it still didn't give me near as much trouble as certain other fights. Also, the perfect parry. I love those. They're so satisfying. It's literally like frame perfect, by the way. Oh, there we go. Okay, we're getting there. We almost got her down to her last phase. Her final phase, I hate it too, by the way. It's a pain. And I probably will lose a few lives on it. She's got one of the harder final phases in the game, if not the hardest. My goodness. But I've never quite died on it. So we'll see. Whoa, boy. Oh, I barely got that off in time. My goodness. And she poses such like an even match, too. That's what I also love about her. Come on. Oh, no, I messed it up. Now, I believe that glow that I just did there, I think that allows you a greater chance of pulling off a perfect parry or something like that. I think that's what it does. I'm not positive. I've never figured it out. It might be something useful, but I mean, I guess you have to pull off a perfect parry and not take a hit or you lose the charge. That's what my assumption is. I don't know. Fine. Keep hitting me. There we go. Now get the hit in. Perfect. All right. One more phase. This is the hard one. Hardest one. Ugh, I should rephrase that. Must we go any higher at any higher levels? My goodness, lady. And the music just keeps ramping up. It's so good. So this part's not so bad. It's very similar to stuff like what the scale put you through and the song put you through, but it's not terrible. Not yet. Not until you have to start dealing with this crap. While she's throwing this stuff at you, and from all angles, she tries to start sniping you. And you have to get behind a barrier in time, because if you don't, you're dead in one hit. Oh my goodness. No, 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 no. Oh my gosh, but you just keep taking hits. Now, to be fair, the best way to deal with this fight is to stay as far to stay as far back as possible, because it does give you a lot more space to run behind cover. Because it doesn't matter what distance you are. If you're behind the cover, you're behind the cover. Remember, it's all in a two-dimensional, or not two-dimensional, purely three-dimensional plane to them. She's not going to be shooting over any barriers. And there's no downward or upward slopes. So, don't worry about that. I guess in that regard, yes, it is purely two-dimensional. Is that 2 dimensions? Yes, that's 2 dimensions. I don't know, 2.5 dimensions? Whatever. Oh my gosh, I'm taking so many hits. Oh man, this is going badly. I mean, I know this phase is hard, but wow, she shot that instantly. I know this phase is hard, but I didn't have that much trouble with it. Oh my gosh. Oh, crap. This is bad. I'm trying. I'm sorry.
Let's take this to the next level.
Oh my goodness, this is difficult. Alright, this is my last shot. If I blow this, I completely blow it. I'm done. And I have to start the whole fight all over again. Oh my goodness. Which I know you haven't seen yet, the fact that I've gotten a game over, but that's kind of what makes this game so freaking unforgiving. If you can't get their tricks down quick enough, you do have to start all over, and that is a pain. Because, you know, even if you know the tricks to them, they're still not easy. They really aren't. She's a good example. Also, that was close. Get behind. Oh, there we go. Okay, this part's a little bit easier. Oh, there we go. Doing good. Doing much better this time. Oh, there we go. She's got to be close to the end. Get behind that one. Oh, my goodness. It was worth taking a hit for. Get behind it. Go. Get her. Get her. Get her. Get her. Yes. Oh, now we got a CQC phase. Of course we do.
This is my
Oh my gosh, of course we have a CQC phase. So she's completely invisible for this part. Gotta parry this properly. Oh my gosh, doing good. No, oh, no, 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 I'm so dangerously close. No. Okay, there we go. Good. Oh, I should be hitting her. I don't know why I'm not. I'm just so worried about losing my health. I kind of want to get it back. Good, 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 good. We've got her. Why is there a CQC phase after the frickin' bullet hell phase? Oh, that's so mean. This fight. Yeah, I totally see why people think it's super hard. But we've almost got her. And she didn't go invisible. Sweet. Finally. Oh my goodness, that was too close for comfort.
That's enough. Assuming manual control.
That was sweet. You beat her at her own game. She was a cheater anyway.
And we did it.
I wonder what she would have made of my plan. What chance of success she would have given it. But we are not the kind that rely on probabilities, eh? We rely on what's in here. We take our chances.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so very much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.